Hey everyone, it's me again and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I'll be talking about the Duke of Edinburgh award because back in January I recently got given my gold award, and after doing it for so long I'm actually quite happy about that. And I do have the presentation in Edinburgh coming up in July. So that's going to be happening in like a good while's time. So I'm just going to be talking about, my experiences with it and any tips I could probably give to any of you who are doing it, especially if it's bronze, silver, or gold, because I've done all three, and maybe just for my experiences maybe it could help you as well, especially if you're getting into this as well. So let's get on with it. Now this is something that after doing it since late 2014 up until now, especially with the expeditions bit, is to try and do the expeditions with people you know, because when I was in the expeditions I was literally doing it on my own, but it wasn't until like I'd done my gold, yes I was doing it on my own, but there's people that I knew. Like, the only reason why I say this is because the leaders at DofE would strongly push us on the people who are doing the expeditions to go in groups of 2 or 3. Mostly because when you're in the shop kind of splitting out the equipment, you can divide the equipment among the people in your group alongside with food as well. Unless you're a vegetarian or you're lactose intolerant or a celiac at least. There was one person that I know who was on my qualifying expedition for gold who was a celiac anyway, so she couldn't have much food with gluten. And I think the assessor allowed her to take in her own food instead of sharing with somebody else, from what I remember. And the assessor done the same thing with me, mostly because I'd went into the expedition alone and not knowing anybody to do food shopping with anyway. Well, not food shopping, but like to split the food with, if you get what I mean, to lighten up the weight on my back when going and actually walking. So that is really emphasised, especially in the region that I was in as well. I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be the same thing with all regions around, so that'll be something to look at. Besides the expeditions part of Duke of Edinburgh, there's also the skills, the physical and the volunteering sections of that as well. Luckily for me, I was in this drama club outside of school, and I was also doing judo as well, so that already set me in place for the skills and the physical side of things. And the volunteering part was quite hard because I wasn't really sure where I would go. But luckily enough, my next door neighbour, who is also a guide leader, said you can come with me and be the helper with the guide unit. And I've done that from bronze up until now. I still do it now, even though I don't do Duke of Edinburgh anymore. But I kind of do it as an extra thing, and I'm planning to get my leadership course done like at some point during the summer, now since I finished with the university, and actually become a leader. I'm not entirely sure if it's the same with all candidates who do Duke of Edinburgh, but activity nights are actually quite good as well, especially if you're looking for like new skills or sports that you could do for your other sections, or meeting people that you could do expeditions with as well. I never really went to the activity nights. I knew about them anyway, but I never really went up. But if you're going to go into the expeditions alone, or you don't have a skill or a sport or something like that you could do for the sections, I would advise you to go to those activity nights, because they may be beneficial to you in finding the people for the expeditions or something to do for those sections. I really do advise that, because I never went. Now, something for expeditions, I probably would advise you to, if you're going to go into this alone, is to have like mental and physical strength, because both do come hand in hand when doing an expedition. Because I know that, especially when I was doing my silver practice expedition, I never got the chance to do my gold because they just had to cancel because so many people had dropped out. Like mentally I would make sure that I'm actually wanting to do the expedition, actually commit to it, because like I said before, there were so many people that dropped out of the silver qualifying expedition that they just had to cancel it. So mentally, if you're not ready to go on an expedition, I would advise you not to, even if you're physically fit to do it, but mentally you're not. Maybe take some time to kind of get into hiking, see what that's like, then actually go and do an expedition when you're ready for it. Because like I said before, there was those people that dropped out, and when I was doing my practice for silver before the silver qualifying got cancelled, it was myself, 2 other girls and 3 guys that were doing the expedition, and by the end of it was myself and 2 other guys, so by the end of it was only 3 of us including myself. Mostly because the 2 girls ended up leaving after the first day. The first one ended up leaving maybe about 10 minutes into walking, so the one leader that was with us ended up calling another leader who had like one of the vans to pick her up and go back to so she can go home. And another girl that I was with, I didn't realise this at the time, but when we got to our first campsite we set up and we were in a camp to sleep, turned out that she was claustrophobic, and I think she had like 2 attacks within like the one night, I think, from what I remember. Like the first one I can remember would have been about midnight from what I remember. I remember her like she woke up, she was in a bit of a panic, and I was like, and because of that it kind of woke me up as well, so I kind of like tried to help her out, comfort her and see how that went. Then luckily enough she had like a book with her, so I kind of like tried to help her calm down. Then maybe about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, I don't remember the time though because I didn't really check, she had like another like claustrophobic attack, and ended up calling the leader at that time in the morning saying I can't do this anymore. And bear in mind we were in a 3-man tent because the other girl had left, so there was like enough space for all of us for the 2 of us that were left to like be in the tent and not be too claustrophobic. But that happened anyway, she ended up leaving and I was stuck with a 3-man tent for myself for the rest of the expedition, but I persevered through. And also, kind of talking about having mental and physical strength, more side with the physical strength of things after talking about mental strength. When I was doing my qualifying expedition for gold, during the summer last year, like in August, there was 2 people that had to leave, mostly because the leaders had made them to, and because how bad their feet got as well. Again, physical strength as well, but mostly to do with, you know, taking care of the feet, and physical strength I kind of went towards it, I don't know. But there were the 2 people that ended up leaving were like 2 people that I knew quite well. One of them I knew since maybe like the 3rd year, 4th year of high school, and another one that I knew because of the drama club that I'd went to. One of them left about during like the 2nd day, like he had to leave in the morning, and mostly because his feet went purple I think, and it started to go bad, so he had to leave because of that. And the leader said they couldn't continue as well, even if they tried to resolve the issue, but they couldn't because they got so bad. And the girl that I knew from the drama club outside my school, she ended up leaving. Similar situation, her feet got quite bad. There were so many blisters on her feet that she was kind of slowing down the group, like because it was myself, her and a couple other girls as well, they're on the expedition, and because she was so behind everybody else it was slowing down the group, so that just made it kind of impacted us in a way, because like we tried to keep her up, but like she was going so slow it was kind of hard to do that, so that's why. She ended up leaving 3rd day in, so that was fun. Yeah, that wasn't a pleasant thing. And like the last and final tip is to have fun with the expedition. Yes, it may be daunting because you're carrying like a really heavy load on your back, depending on the expedition that you're in, because I know that bronze is only 2 days, silver is 3, gold is 4, but like you're carrying a whole load of weight on your back from like stove, parts of a tent, your food, and like extra clothing as well that you may need. Also, another thing with extra clothing, make sure to bring extra socks with you, because your socks are going to get wet every day, and having the one pair of socks for the whole expedition isn't a good thing. Plus, yeah, have fun in the expeditions despite having wet and sore feet. I can tell you that from my experience. But yeah, you know, even if it's just like silly things as well, I do hope this video was kind of informal or helpful in a way about, you know, about the Duke of Edinburgh Award, especially if you're going into it for the first time or you're going straight to gold or straight to silver and skipping either level, I don't know. And please subscribe down below if you haven't yet. My social media links will be in the description below as well, and I'll see you guys next time.